Hey guys, so right now I'm in an airport, so it's probably not the best time to be talking about this particular topic, and I know I'm using my phone, so it probably looks shitty, but I don't have my camera with me, and this is on my mind now, and I just kind of want to get it out and make a video. I just found out about the attacks in Paris, and upon finding out about this, I was really mad. So I took to Twitter, I vented a lot of my emotions onto Twitter, and I knew exactly what was going to happen. I was going to offend people. It's inevitable. Whenever you talk about Islam, people take it personally. They think that it's a race, so they call you racist. They think that it's a culture, so you're being insensitive to people who have that religion. And this is just something that's really frustrating to me. Because I feel like people feel like they have to tiptoe around the issue because they're too afraid to offend somebody. It's like the worst crime out there you could possibly do is to offend someone. So of course I tweeted these things out and got a lot of negative responses. Actually, most of them, like 99% of my responses, were positive, but I think that that's just because of the audience that I have on Twitter. You know, it's just a group of people who generally feel the same way, but you know, the outliers are the ones that I feel like tell the better story as to how people who don't follow me already would probably react. They would see my tweets and say that they were offended, even though I thought I was pretty clear that I was not generalizing, that I was not saying that I hated Muslims. I was saying that I hated the religion, because the religion itself is a very violent one. And I'm tired of people trying to protect it. Like, Islamic extremism is a thing. That is what just happened. You know, I think it's reported that up to 140 people at this point have been, you know, found dead as a result of this Islamic terrorism. And people are tweeting, I think right now it's actually trending, the phrase, terrorism has no religion. And I see this and I'm just like, oh my God. Obviously, like, I feel like I have to say this now. There are other religions out there that are violent. I've never said that Christianity was this religion of peace. I don't think that either. That's why I am not religious. I think that Christianity, I mean, look at the Crusades. I mean, they still persecute people to this day for being different, or in other countries it's even worse. But right now, I feel like the biggest problem facing us is Islamic terrorism, and people are too afraid to call it out because they're afraid to offend Muslims. I don't understand why people are more afraid of offending somebody than they are of the actual problem at hand. To them, the most offensive thing you can do is to say that something horrible is going on and give it proper credit for who was doing it. That's the worst thing that can possibly happen. That's the most offensive thing that can possibly happen. Well, what about the actual thing that they did wrong? I think that's more offensive. I think the fact that 140 people are now dead because of terrorism, I think that's offensive. I'm offended. But I can't say that because it'd be worse to offend those who hold that religion. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through right now and read you some of my tweets. I got my computer out. I'm like trying to do all this in the airport, you guys. I'm sorry for the shitty quality. But some of my tweets that people found offensive. Terrorism has no religion? Stop. It's true that other religions have been / are violent, but we cannot ignore the issue of Islamic extremism. Pretty straightforward. I don't think that's offensive. I tweeted a picture saying over 140 reported dead in Paris as a result of Islamic terrorism. So heartbreaking. Even that pissed people off because they're like, oh, terrorism doesn't have a religion. Next tweet, Islam is a religion of peace? Yeah, if you ignore the parts where the Quran says to terrorize and kill the infidels. That part doesn't count, and I put cherries to symbolize cherry picking. Why are people more worried about offending than what could happen if serious issues are ignored? I'm not going to sugarcoat terrorism. People are offended at me for calling out Islam for the violence that it clearly promotes. Maybe you should be more offended by the violence. My tweets are in no way attacking innocent Islamic people, they're attacking Islam. There is a big difference. Even though people don't understand this difference, there is a big difference. So somebody tweeted me, and I like this, they said, we attack Christianity all the time, but don't hate Christians. Islam is not and should not be immune to criticism. And that's it. That's all of my tweets. Those are all the things that I said that pissed off a lot of people, and I just don't understand the outrage at me. There should be outrage at the situation that's going on. There should be outrage that people are following this religion. I feel bad for the people. I feel like they've been brainwashed. I feel like I was brainwashed when I was religious into a thing that makes you hateful. Like, I was kind of a hateful person. I judged people more then, and I felt entitled to do it. You know, I feel like religion makes a lot of people who would otherwise be good people do things that are horrible because they think that the horrible things that they're doing are somehow good. It distorts things, and I think it's horrible. That is why a lot of my videos offend people, because they don't see the difference. They don't think that what I'm doing is good. They think that what I'm doing is promoting hatred, and I see it as refusing to ignore hatred. You can't get rid of something that you just sugarcoat and pussyfoot around and just ignore. You have to call it out for what it is, and I think Islam is not a religion of peace. I think it's very dangerous, and that is the reason for this attack. And there is no fixing it if we refuse to say that and people are too afraid to do it because, God forbid, it offends someone. I wanted to get this out there, and I feel like it's important to talk about. So I hope you guys liked it. If you did, even though it's not the best video, I'm kind of vlogging on my phone. I hope that you liked it, and if you have thoughts, if you disagree with me or agree with me, let me know in the comment section below. I think it's a good dialogue to have. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.